I'm back. It's gonna be a pretty short one. I'm on the trail closest to my town. It's kind of impromptu. I kind of thought about doing it, but I was like, eh. So I ended up deciding to do it, to take a hike down here. If the bugs get too bad, I'm turning around. But it's like, I don't know. I'd like to say it's high 60s, low 70s today. So I'm like taking advantage of it, you know. It's a really, really good temperature. Humidity's a bit up, but it's a really good temperature. So it's Wednesday. It's about probably almost 5 o'clock, I guess. No, not really much has changed. I did stop by and grab that vacuum cleaner, and I already have it ripped apart. And of course, probably the best part's aluminum. So that's a bit of a drag. I just walked past another vacuum cleaner, but this one's like 5 or 6 blocks away from my house. So I don't know if I want to carry it all the way back. It's not a question of if I can or if I can't. I know I can, I just don't know if I want to. For one, if I carry it all the way back, I don't know, it's kind of far. It's kind of annoying. And I get funny looks from people. And that's all kind of annoying. And then if I take it apart, and the best part ends up being aluminum, there goes maybe $1.50 and turns into 50 cents. And that's like, it's not worth it to begin with. So lowering the price, you know, just makes it even more not worth it. So I don't know. And it looked like a newer vacuum too, so it's probably aluminum. So I think I'm just gonna not. Like, I kind of want to, because it'll give me something to do. But, I mean, it's depressing. It is. One, you know, you always get those funny looks from people. I get those funny looks from people if I'm, you know, carrying an obviously shattered, broken vacuum over my shoulder, you know, 3 blocks up a hill. You know, it's not... I mean, I look at people funny when they do that, even if I know what they're doing. So, I mean, I try not to care about that, but whenever you factor in the mix of, you know, if the best thing you're going to get out of it is the cord, then I might as well just bring my clippers down another day, snip the cord off, throw the cord in my backpack, and that'll be that. Like, if I took that vacuum right now, it would be like 95% just for something to do. Like, one, as I said, I haven't taken scrap in for quite a while. It's starting to build up a bit, to be honest, but I mean, I wasn't happy with the prices before. I wasn't happy with how business was conducted before, and I know the price dropped. So I might as well wait and see what happens until I get like an entire backpack full, and then take it in. Because then, at the very least, if they, you know, nickel and dime me a pound or a half pound, you know, it'll be on 20 or 30 pounds of metal instead of on 5 pounds of metal. So at least that deduction won't be nearly as bad. But like I said, I'm not getting as much as I was because I'm not hiking through the woods because of the freaking bugs and the freaking poison ivy. And cleanup's already over, and that was kind of depressing. Too many people with trucks, just, you know, completely outclassed. Walking around with a backpack, I gotta pick and choose what I take. They can cover more ground. You know, it's a losing battle. So, like, whenever I do the stuff in the woods, like, that's great. Because nobody else is probably going to do that. Because, you know, one, it takes a bit more effort. Well, that's basically it, you know. People ain't going to do it because they have trucks. Like, why the heck would they go into the woods to find scrap? So, it widens the market for me. But when you add the price and the odds of poison ivy, or the odds of getting some sort of trespassing BS in the mix, it just makes it a lot less worth it. So, it's like, I don't know. Like, right now, I don't want to say I'm hurting for money, because I'm never really hurting for money, because I don't really have much to spend money on. But after the 3 events in town, like, just even going and drinking a beer or two, you know, decimated my fun money. So, like, I think I had, like, just under $50 or something that I was willing to just waste. I think I got $5, but that was 3 events. So, I mean, it's not like really bad. I think it was a fairly decent amount of fun for the money I spent. Like most things, it was nothing to jump for joy over. Like, I didn't have the time of my life or anything, but for the cost, it was okay, passable for fun. It broke up the monotony, so I'm not too upset about it. And I definitely got to find a way to pad my finances, because a few of my main money sources left. I can't even call it an argument. Dude got a stick up his butt, and he stopped talking to me. And then the one chick that I was cutting the grass for, she left town. She moved. So, like, those two were decent outlets. The scrapyard was good when I had a ton of stuff, I guess, but this year it was kind of disappointing. So, like I feel like my personal funds are like $100 under what they should be because of that place. Don't want to slander anybody, because of course I can't prove it. Like life, you know, you have to prove it. They don't. It's the beauty of the society we formed. You know, my way or the highway. If you have the power, and it's just considered okay. I'm gonna go a little further, and I'm gonna turn around. And yeah, it's kind of annoying, but that's the world we live in. That's the world our predecessors created. That's not true. That's slander too, because you know what? It's like the server I play, or we'll just say Pokemon in general. I can almost guarantee the creators of Pokemon, the person that dreamed up that game, did not have what's happening today in mind. So it's not the person that created it, so to speak. It's how people involved manipulated it and ruined it. You know, it's like, it's kind of sad, really. It's kind of sad how many beautiful things in the world get ruined because people manipulate and take them for granted. Like, I always say that it upsets me that people post places that you're not allowed to go here, you're not allowed to go there. But in reality, Like, sometimes I think they're hiding something. Like, they got, like, a big old pot farm somewhere. But, other times, it's probably because somebody went up there and did something bad and ruined it for everybody else. Like, they're protecting their land from people doing something stupid. And it's hard to fault them for that, as much as I'd love to. It's hard. Like, I still don't believe you should be allowed to own, you know, huge sections of land. You know, declaring ownership over your private residence, declaring ownership over a business, you know, maybe that's cool. But just, you know, buying 200-300 acres and labeling it, you know, mine, hunting grounds, no one's allowed here, that's just straight up malarkey. That's straight up poppycock. It upsets me. It does. And then people are like, well, they put trails in like this. Yeah, they do, and this is great for older people and dog walkers and the casuals. But I'm not an old person. I'm not a dog walker. I'm not a casual. You know, this is nice. It is nice. It's good. It's good for days like today when I don't really want to do something strenuous or I don't really want to go really far away. But when I want to go do that and just be like, you know what, I'm going straight up there. Just got to go straight up. And you notice there's like 6,000 people that own it. And you're like, you can't go here. Like, why? Like, why? You know, am I going to, you know, defile your land somehow? Is me walking here going to destroy the delicate balance of nature? Like, it's just complete and utter horse spit. Like, I don't know what this episode's about. It's mostly just me being annoyed and bored. I was contemplating. What the heck is that? I kind of thought so. I was kind of contemplating walking anyway, taking this small walk. But then my aunt showed up, or whatever she is to me, and she brought one of the triplets, I suppose, and he was bringing in some sort of gift for me and good old Granny, and he dropped it, and the gift was the gift for me. Go figure, the one gift I ever get. You know, somebody actually thinks of me and somebody brings me something. It just happened to be in a glass jar. And I had to throw it away because as much as I love to pick the glass shards out and eat it anyway, I feel like that's probably a really bad idea. It was those pickled eggs I keep bragging about, right? So every once in a while, and it's like $5 for like 5 eggs. So it's definitely not worth it. But every once in a while, it's like a treat to me. You know, it's one of those things that I really like. It's pretty healthy, and to me, they're just like the most delicious thing in the world. Well, for some reason or another, my aunt went and picked me up a big jar of them, and that irks me because it was probably like $12, and then he dropped it, and I was sad. So that just solidified me taking a walk because I was like, you know what? Somebody finally thinks of me. Somebody finally... Well, I mean, it's not completely unheard of for her in particular to pick me up something. But it's like, it's so rare. It's so rare for somebody to buy me something or somebody to think of me. And then it's like one of my favorite things in the world. I mean, to me, it was like... That's probably one of the best gifts you could get. Because, yeah, it might not last forever. But, like, I love food. And that's like one of the best things ever. I guess, like, you know, you go back and say, you know, I went further than I wanted to. Turn it around. And you can go and say, like, you know, it's the thought that counts. And yeah, you're right, but, you know, it doesn't put delicious pickled eggs in my stomach. So, no, it really was cool that she even thought of me, but it's just kind of sad that it had to turn out that way. Maybe it's one of those psychosis things I talk about every once in a while. It's a living example, a living metaphor for, you know, he's going to destroy everything I love and care about. Well, if that was the metaphor that he was that somebody is destroying everything I love and care about, you're kind of too late. I don't care about too much anymore. So, I mean, I barely care about me. Unless, like, at this moment, I think probably the most important thing to me out of everything I got figuratively speaking, would be my freedom and my health. What I have left of it. What freedom and what health I have left are probably the most important things to me. Material items, I got a rock from my pap, and I've had that thing no matter how far I moved, no matter how many troubled times I got in, I always had that thing. So, like, that would probably be the next most, you know, important thing to me. And in retrospect, it has no real value. Like, I'm not entirely sure what it is, and it is very impressive, but it has no real value. Like, it's more of a sentimental kind of thing. So, and to be honest, now that I'm older, you know, that doesn't really mean much to me, you know? Like, until further notice, I'm always going to have at the very least the memory. So until further notice. So if somebody just decided, like, to steal that rock just to be a scumbag, I mean, it doesn't, I don't think it would affect me all that much. Like, I think I'd be kind of angry. I think I might try to find the culprit, but knowing my track record of finding the people or person that's, you know, torturing my miserable existence, it isn't very high. I haven't found the culprit yet. So, and it's been a couple of years. I mean, I'm not really looking, because I don't think they can be found. Not by me, anyway. So, like, my thing is, there's a freaking train. I'm so confused at the situation that I'm usually afraid to take certain actions because I don't want to hurt somebody that's actually helping me. Like, or if, hurt somebody that's actually got my back or, you know, respects me. There's a train, and this is long enough. So, thanks for watching, guys, and I will catch you eventually.